travel tips on currency exchange and forex cards, how to manage money while traveling abroad. This video will give you insights on how to carry or manage money while traveling abroad. Most of us want to get the currency bit right before traveling, and why not? It makes you feel more secure and avoids uncertainties. From my experience working in a travel company, I know how important it is to know about the various options a traveler has before leaving their home country. I have visited about 20 countries now, and what I can tell you is that you can get the best exchange rates for all currencies if you know the right place to do it from. Choosing the right form of currency is as important, cash or virtual money. I will share with you 4 ways how I manage my money while traveling abroad. Number 1 is exchanging currency in your home country. This is the most common way of acquiring foreign currency. But when is it the best way? The most common currency exchanges in India are USD, Euro and GBP, and therefore the rates you get for these are competitive. If you're visiting countries which accept these currencies, feel free to exchange it with a local forex company. Please note, exchanging currency at airports is the worst thing you could do. Please refrain from doing so unless you are in an emergency. When it comes to currencies other than the USD, Euro or GBP, the British pound, do not exchange your INRs into that currency, for example, a Turkish lira or a Georgian lari or Vietnamese dongs. You may still choose to exchange INR into a few USDs, as this is the most widely recognized and circulated currency. To summarize the first point, make sure you always have USDs when traveling to any country abroad, or at least euros. This brings me to the second point, exchanging currency in a foreign country. Now that you have USDs while traveling to, say, Turkey, you don't need to worry. Once you land and check into your hotel, take a walk around the place, consult the hotel reception for a good exchange place. 99 out of 100 times you will find exchange offices in all tourist places displaying the current rate outside the office. Check a few places and come back to the place with the best rate. You might think this is too much effort, but trust me, it's not. I have done this in Turkey, Azerbaijan, Georgia, and received the best rates, which I definitely wouldn't in India. In case you're going to Turkey after quarantine, look out for places with the name Döviz. They are everywhere, D-O-V-I-Z, Döviz. Also, another tip, Turkish vendors, especially in Istanbul, they accept USDs and Euros as well, apart from the Turkish currency lira. But make sure to have your liras in place. It's important. Now, another way to manage money. Debit cards and credit cards. Guys, I use like all these cards. So now this one is a fairly easy way to get money in an emergency, but not the most economical way. Most importantly, many people are of the belief that Indian issued debit cards and credit cards don't work outside India. This is not entirely true, guys. It depends on the card you have. And today, majority of the cards everyone owns has the ability of international transactions online as well as international withdrawal. Check out the cards I have used sometimes. This is the international debit card that I have, and this is the Regalia international credit card that I have. There are times I am asked as to how did I book train tickets in Vietnam from a Vietnamese site? How did I manage to pay in Vietnamese dongs? The answer is I used my debit card. It is a misconception that your local cards cannot be used only for local purposes. No, most of the times your bank will convert the dongs into INR and the amount will be debited in INR. Simple. Just wanted to clarify this, but now I'm going to go to 2 more effective card options. One is the multi-currency Forex card. I'm sure you've heard of these cards before, and maybe some of you already have it. Well, there are different kinds of Forex cards. I will only speak to you about the ones I use, and they're all prepaid, not postpaid. I need to keep a check on my expenses, guys. Most banks today offer multi-currency cards. I have a HDFC multi-currency Forex card, which I started using the very first time I went abroad. How it works is you load the card with any currency you want, either USD or the local currency of the destination you're visiting. The exchange rate is calculated based on the day you load the card. If I wish to load my card with Turkish liras, INR will be converted into liras and loaded in the card. You need to be very careful when selecting your Forex cards, as certain Forex cards do not load certain currencies. Some load only USDs. These are the single currency cards. Or the multi-currency cards like these could have 10 or 20 currencies. So check before you travel with your Forex card. Another important thing to note is that you will be charged a minimum amount for every ATM withdrawal and local swipe transaction on this card. Plus point is, these cards also have insurance protection which comes free with it. Isn't that awesome? Now comes my favorite card, the global currency card or the global card. There may be a few, but recently I was introduced to the NIYO Global Card. This is not a sponsored advertisement for them. I'm not getting paid for this, but genuinely, this is a great card. I started my account in its initial days and registered for free. For no monthly or yearly fees, I still don't pay anything to use it. So, how is this different than the multi-currency Forex card is? This one is also preloaded, but only with INR. This means I can load as much INR as I want into this card and leave my country. Whichever country I visit with this card, I can use it for ATM withdrawals and machine swipes, and money gets debited in the local currency based on what's the exchange rate that day or that minute. This means the conversion happens in real time without any markup fee. To give you an example, on my Georgia trip, I bought something and and used NIYO to pay. I checked the amount debited in INR on the receipt. Then I quickly Googled and used a local currency converter to cross-check the amount debited. I couldn't believe it. It was the same amount, INR 676.6 on both my phone and the receipt. Do you think this is awesome? I was mind blown. In Vietnam, I realized there was no more money in my NIYO card, so I immediately transferred INR from my Indian HDFC account to NIYO and continued my journey without care. Lastly, NIYO card supports 150 plus currencies. Can you imagine that? Please go buy one right now if you're still watching this video. You are the lucky one to have come across this. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and received some valuable information out of this. Do let me know in the comments how you manage your money when you travel abroad. And do not forget to subscribe. So see you in the next video, and thank you so much.